Doctor Strange Day, guys. We're going to be doing Doctor Strange 2 box office predictions here on Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Guys, it's Doctor Strange Day. It opens. I'm seeing it at 3:30. Are you seeing it today? Or are you going to see it tomorrow? Well, you got a whole weekend to see it, and we're going to take a look at some of the box office predictions. Now, as you know, on this show, guys, we do actually talk about the movie news headlines. If you're joining us live in the live chat, I'll always talk with you in between the stories. If you're watching us afterwards, all of these topics will be linked in time codes in the description and comment section below. There, I appease the YouTube algorithm. Let's just get right into the stories, guys, because that's what I like to do here on this channel. So, Doctor Strange opens up today. Ooh. IMDb has it as 7.7 out of 10 already. And we've reacted to all the trailers. We've talked about some of the possible leaks that happened earlier in the week. But most of us are going to be seeing it this weekend. And I am hyped. I'm hyped. I'm seeing it in 3.5 hours, guys. So, the huge cast. I'm not going to try to look at any spoilers for you guys. We're just gonna take a look at what the tomato meter has dropped a little bit. Yesterday it was like at 83%, and now it's at 79% with 192 reviews. And it's got some audience ratings in, but they're not posting that score just yet. Why do you think that would be? But guys, pay attention to the channel later on. You'll have my straight out of the theater reaction. That will be posted like as soon as I come out, obviously. Yeah, we've seen some of the reviews here from yesterday. The script's a messy sort of mess. There are also clear signs of a nervy director at work. So this Michael Phillips has no idea who Sam Raimi is. I don't even. Why do you? Yeah, that kind of stuff angers me. The Multiverse of Madness is a frustrating mix of electric elements that at times feel more like a Raimi referencing his Evil Dead movies than his previous superhero work. Well, it is supposed to be somewhat of a horror. There's supposed to be horror vibes, and that's the only impression that I got, is that it's definitely got a horror vibes, but I'm seeing it mostly for her, guys. I'm mostly seeing it because of Wanda. I am a big Wanda fan. She is the real reason why I would be checking it. This out, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. In the Multiverse of Madness opens this weekend, and it's projected to have 180 million over the weekend. Guys, well, we know that it's going to be number one no matter what, right? So Joe Blow has put up its little forecast, and last week it was pretty accurate. So they're saying that 180 million this weekend for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Bad Guys has been in the number one spot for the last 2 weeks. We knew that, basically looking at it last week, that everything was going to get shifted down, except Everything Everywhere All at Once is moving up from the 5th spot to the 4th spot. So, okay. Yeah, so Bad Guys is number 2, Sonic is going to be number 3, and Fantastic Beast is going to be number 5. I hope not. I hope Northman is able to hang on to be number 5. Because, guys, Northman is still, it's going to be one of my favorite movies of the year. Go out and see that. But Doctor Strange being forecast at 180 million. Well, we knew that the early advanced ticket sales, we saw that story, it was going to be like 45 million, I believe it was. So people are also going to go out and see this weekend, because this is like this will be the mark of the opening of the summer box office as we start to roll out with these big, huge blockbusters. Of course, you know that I'll be watching it mostly because of Wanda. And I just pulled this story quickly because Elizabeth Olsen said that, she wanted to make sure that it fit the WandaVision story. And she's got a small quote here that's up on Screen Rant that I just want to quickly read off for you guys, because it shows like that collaboration. And at least Sam Raimi and Kevin Feige were open to collaboration. So Marvel's truly a very collaborative space, and we're constantly being put with other directors and other writers. So they actually do listen when you go, I don't know, in WandaVision we did this, so I don't think it really makes sense for us to do this then here. And Raimi would be just like, great, I'm glad you explained that to me. That happened a lot on Doctor Strange too. So there was this thread that I was just trying to pull on WandaVision, and that's really good because WandaVision is something that I'm a huge fan of. It's my favorite MCU series that has come out, and we'll talk about Moon Knight here in a little bit too. Are you guys going to go out and see Doctor Strange this weekend? Will it make 180 million at the box office? And that's what the projections are. I'm kind of stoked. I'm hyped. Are you guys? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Art Glass Vikings in the live chat says, not seen it yet, but Sam Raimi's vision should be right up there, up your street, James. I'll be enjoying it for sure. Yeah. I'm. I didn't realize that now that it's the day. I'm starting to get a little bit hyped. I'm curious to see how these cameos all pan out, and and see how this fits into the bigger universe. Okay. Moon Knight wrapped up yesterday. It's series, not season, series finale, and the director, the main director, Mohamed Diab, had this huge, interview that came out. It's on Variety, and they took like a small condensed version of it, where he was asked questions about how he felt about this series and stuff. But there was a quote here that said that recently Marvel referred to the episode as the season finale of Moon Knight, not the series finale. Marvel recently referred to the episode of as the season finale and not the series finale. And for the longest time, they said that it was going to be a one-off, one series. And then I went out and tried to find a whole bunch of stories saying that, okay, well, is there going to be a second season? That end credit scene seemed to really suggest that there's going to be another season. We got a story just around the corner from this that says Oscar Isaac here, who did a great job in it, says that he's up for another round at it. We'll take a look at his quotes here in just a few moments, but I just want to highlight this this interview. It does. We had speculation that there was a Jake personality in there, but there was never any confirmation. And I know that the finale was a little bit mixed in its reception, but for the most part, I think people really enjoyed Oscar Isaac's performance, the character of Moon Knight, and were really fascinated to see how it fits all into this MCU, the MCU universe. And it didn't really do that. But if you are curious to know about this, go over to Variety and read this article, because it's long. Obviously, we can't go through it all here. Otherwise, that'd be like a 35 minute video onto itself. So maybe later today, I'll see in WandaVision that who knows, or maybe in Thor. We'll have to see. Yeah, this interview has been edited and condensed. They took out some of the questions, but it's got some really interesting questions. I don't want to go too deep into it in case some people haven't seen it yet. But Oscar Isaac has come out and said that he dashes hopes for Moon Knight Season 2. You may not want to get your hopes up about a second season of Moon Knight. So, well, I thought he said that he did. Let's take a look at his quote. I think we approached it as this is the story, and let's just put everything out on the table in this story. There's definitely no official plans to continue it. It would depend on what the story is, said Oscar Isaac to the Radio Times. Well, that's one of the things, too, is that he didn't want to sign on to anything until, it was confirmed. He said he was asked if he would return. That being said, I love Steven. I just love it. It's just like physically, so it's so much fun to be him. So, if there was a story that really made sense, I'd be happy to be part of it. That made sense. Well, the finale definitely suggested that there's still lots more story to tell. It did close off parts of what was being introduced in this season. And I think people will be clamoring for more, because we looked at the tomato meter yesterday at the final six, or the finale, and I wanted to see how it was being received. And for the most part, people enjoyed it, but they did say, they had the same reaction that I did. It was kind of like, wait, it's ending there? I can't believe it, but it did end like that. And it did leave the door open for definitely more possibilities for another season. So Oscar Isaac says maybe, but if the story fits, then he'll be on board. But he doesn't seem like he will jump right on to it unless that is a factor in there. And yeah, even the director said that, well, it was a season finale. Season finale, not series finale, even though all the reports was that this was going to be a one-off. What do you guys think? Did you like the Moon Knight series? Would you like to see it continue? It just seems like it's up in the air now. They want to see what the majority of people's reactions are before they actually put their thumb down on something and to say, yes, let's greenlight the next one. Let's continue on. Yeah. Okay. Lightyear has a special out. It dropped a new special out today, and I'm not going to do a trailer reaction to it, but I did watch it. And it's kind of, well, it is a trailer. It's like the third trailer. I thought it would be like just a special look. And we'll take a look at some of the frames for it. And this is one of the few Pixar films that I've seen that where I'm like, yeah, I want to see this movie. Because it's about the toy. The toy's based off of this story, the Lightyear toy that Tim Allen voices. So he's actually voiced by Chris Evans, and we've seen that in the other trailers. There's Chris Evans right there. And this special look really more plays out like a third trailer. So it just reveals that he's responsible for them crashing on the planet. And some people say, well, he's responsible for his crew for falling into this way. But let's just take a look at some of the screenshots for this. And no, I'll just pull it up like this. Okay. You guys can't see it like that. Okay, so I just like the levity, the humor to it. Special look is like 2.5 minutes. And it shows some clips from the previous trailers that we've seen. But I think that Chris Evans looks great in this, like he's capturing the essence of what Buzz Lightyear is. And he's got that Captain America voice going on. So, yeah, he's good. And I like the relationship between him and it's going to be like the daughter of his previous partner. Like that's going to be the heart of it, that he worked with the mother and now he's got to work with the daughter, and he's trying to build up that relationship again. And this cat, this cat looks like it's going to steal the show. I like it because it looks like it's going to have some action to it. It's not going to be about family drama. Now, maybe that's what they were going for with other things, but the fact that it's got a little bit of action, it's like toys playing and stuff like that. And like that's, you can see from the way that this is looking that yes, they could definitely make toys and merchandise off of this. And that's why we have Buzz Lightyear, right? That's like, they achieved their goal. And I really like the way that this special look trailer, really trailer 3, and it didn't really have a whole lot of music like the first couple did, but this one actually shows a lot more of the story, a lot of the people who are going along on this adventure. And yeah, he's the reason why they crashed on this planet, and this is the daughter. Guys, the special look for Lightyear, I would definitely say go check that out, because it's oddly enough becoming one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Yeah, it's just, it looks like it's going to be a nice fun ride, and it's going to deliver what Pixar can deliver, like quality entertainment. Check it out. I totally recommend that. Okay. Elizabeth Banks. I am a huge Elizabeth Banks fan, and apparently she's going to be in a movie where she will be playing a surgeon fighting for her career and it's going to be called A Mistake. Oh, that's a good photo of her. I guess that's on, that looks like it was taken from the Charlie's Angel premiere, which she directed. Okay, so let's take a look at what this is all about, guys. Actor-director Elizabeth Banks will star in a surgeon desperately trying to hold on to her career after the death of a patient in medical drama A Mistake. Okay, so she accidentally kill somebody, or the patient dies. Okay, let's read the synopsis here. An eminent female surgeon who has navigated years of casual sexism at the hospital where she works and suddenly finds herself fighting for her career and reputation following the death of a patient. Hey, that happens in real life. They're working on somebody and the person just passes on, and it looks like there's going to be more of the political angle of the politics with inside the hospital. Hey, that sounds like an interesting. Hey, they make whole TV shows about that kind of stuff, right? Cool. You can't do much wrong with going with Elizabeth Banks, because not only is she a great actress, she is a good director as well. So she understands the craft. She understands the medium. Cool. I like that. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Another nice actress that I like to see in action movies, and I like to see is making somewhat of a small comeback, hopefully, with this movie that's coming up for Kate Beckinsale, who you'll recognize from the Underworld movies. They're set to star in a spy thriller, Canary Black, from the director of Taken, Pierre Morel and Anton. Okay, what's this? Canary Black. And Peppermint director. I still need to watch Peppermint. That's still on Netflix, so maybe we'll do a full watch-along of Peppermint in the days to come, because I need to catch up with that. I've been putting it off for too long. The Matthew Kennedy inherent script will see Beckinsale play top-level CIA agent Avery Graves, who is blackmailed by terrorists into betraying her own country to save her kidnapped husband. So, yeah, it's very much like Taken, but it's different scenarios. The husband that gets taken, and it's her going after it. And we know that she can handle the action. She can definitely handle the action. Cut off from her team, she turns to her underworld contacts to survive and help locate the coveted intelligence that the kidnappers want. So it's a little bit of a commando there too. Underworld connections. Come on, guys. You can't put it any more on the nose than that. But I like it. Help to locate the coveted intelligence that the kidnappers want. So the kidnappers make her want her to complete a mission, and then they'll release the husband. So that's like Commando mixed with Taken, but with Kate Beckinsale. Cool, man. That sounds really cool, actually. I want to check that out. Canary Black, Kate Beckinsale. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Our Glass says in the live chat, Elizabeth Banks was in Scrubs, so seems to be veering towards Grey's Anatomy style drama. Yeah, exactly. Grey's Anatomy, ER, those guys, they make huge shows about these kinds of little dramas. So, hey, I'm an Elizabeth Banks fan, so I'll check that out for sure. Austin Powers. Are you an Austin Powers fan? Mike Myers gives cryptic Austin Powers 4 update. Yes, ever since that little Super Bowl thing came out this year where he reprised Dr. Evil, I guess people have been clamoring and been asking him for, is there going to be an Austin Powers 4? And he's been doing press recently for The Pentaveret that comes out on Netflix soon. It's a series where he plays a number of different little characters and such, which he does in Austin Powers. And it's kind of a cryptic little quote here that we'll take a look at. This is up on Screen Rant. Oh yeah, there's a shot from that Super Bowl spot. It was for tires or something. All right, let's read the quote. Quote, I can't neither confirm nor deny the existence or non-existence of such a project. Should it exist or not exists, that's a non-confirmed confirmation, close quote. That's from Myers himself. So, yeah, that's just saying, well, there is or there isn't, but if there is, then you can't know about it, kind of thing, right? Is that what that is? Here's what I would say. It's better sooner rather than later, because I guess Austin Powers is based off that spy thriller, James Bond kind of vibe. James Bond is coming to the end, I think, of this kind of iteration of that style of Bond. So they kind of, if they're going to do it, they have to cash in soon before Bond gets rebooted in such a drastic way that it won't even be recognizable to be like a spy thriller anymore. It'll be more like a Mission Impossible movie, which is like a spy thriller anyway, but well, you know what I'm trying to say. That throwback classic spy thriller theme kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about here, which is what Austin Powers is based off of. The only thing I guess they wouldn't have going is that they wouldn't have Vern Troyer there, as Mini-Me, which is a fan favorite. But that's probably a good thing, because Vern had a lot of trouble. He had the fame and notoriety got to him, and he had struggles dealing with that, and it's a bummer. May he rest in peace. He, yeah. So, not to end on a little bit of a downer note, but what are you guys thinking? Austin Powers 4. Would you be up for it? Are you like me? I would rather see it sooner rather than later. Hope they have something. We'll see. I hope that the Pentaverate gives Mike Myers a bit of a boost in his confidence to say, yes, let's go ahead and do this Austin Powers 4. Okay. Now, this broke yesterday, too. The Fast 10. Well, we knew that there's a new director coming on who did like the Transporter, and well, they were losing $1 million a day. Well, Justin Lin had stepped away, but apparently the budget was being reported to be around $300 million. Well, why? It's because of the cast. Mostly because these people signed contracts to do like 4 or 5 films. And then, okay, so they say, well, if the first one makes money, then we get a little bit of a pay raise in the second one. And if that one does well, then we get a pay raise in the third and the fourth. And eventually it goes up so high that, hey, we're on the 10th Fast and Furious. People like Ludacris and Tyrese are making Tom Cruise money for this movie. And really? Yeah. No, that's that 300 million. That's just it's going to make I was about to say that it would make $1 billion just alone on its name, but the trajectory of the box office numbers have been going down, and Fast 9 did it no favors. Fast 9 really, ooh. And if I were a producer, this is where we're treading on thin ice here. Because if it comes out, and all the bad buzz coming out about Vin Diesel, is the casual people don't know about that stuff, but us movie fans, we know about this stuff. People are just going to start. They may even just skip these movies and just say, "Well, the heck with it." And if too many people do that, then I can't see them greenlighting a Fast 11. As a studio, I would be like, or I'd strongly try to do something to get Vin Diesel out of the producers. Like, say, take your money back. We don't want your money in this. We don't want your input in this, Vin. You're either in the movie or you're not, and you do what you're told. You sign up, and you show up on time, and you know your lines. You are prepared, and stop acting like a male diva because you Ooh, I'm starting to get a little bit heated there. Just because I've read all the reports, I've seen all of the drama behind the screen, and it's one of those things where, because I went to bat for Vin the last Winch Hunter movie and stuff like that, and I was like, yes, he can do it. He can make these other things work. But to hear all these other reports, it's heartbreaking. It bums me out. But to know that the budget is that high, guys, hey, if the studio is wanting to put that on risk, you're only going to get, as I said, it'll be a tough shake to make $1 billion back. So you're really only making, plus marketing on top of that 300, you're only going to make making what, two, like 1 in 3 So you bet $1 and you get $3 back. Is that really worth the risk? Is that worth the risk and the headache? Yeah. What are those odds? I can't. 1 in 3, I guess. Yeah, that's that story that broke yesterday. The Fast 10 budget. I just thought I'd just weigh in with my thoughts on that and say, yeah, maybe you guys, maybe signing on to a franchise for 5 films is not a great idea. But then I guess if you don't, then they will milk you for much more to come back, and that kills the franchise. Like, guys, yeah, the politics behind the scenes stuff. It just, like, with contracts and such. And what was going on there, too, kind of bums me out. Arglass says, loved Austin Powers, but it would have to be original material to grip a newer, younger audience. Yes, they would have to tap into definitely a much younger audience. Arglass also says, yeah, Vin quit dialing it in and tried to be professional. Exactly. Groot has got to his head. Chip on both shoulders. Yeah, and I still have hopes that maybe they can turn it around with a new director there. Okay, let's and maybe he's taken a little bit of this bad press and he'll straighten out. He'll come around for us and deliver a good fast movie that's not like number 9. All right, enough about that. Let's continue on with Zac Efron. Now, we talked about this yesterday, and I was looking for stories about this because Zac Efron came out and said that, oh yeah, well, if a role came out in the MCU, I'd be up for it. And then I guess a lot of people said, well, they want him to play Johnny Storm, and we got a little bit of some fan mock-up here. Because we know that the Fantastic Four is just around the corner. That, hey, we might even see something like this in the Doctor Strange movie today. Maybe. We know there were some leaks, and we talked about it on Monday. Okay, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, guys. Okay, so we know that what's happened here. John Watts left the Fantastic Four movie as a director. People want John Krasinski to come in and handle that movie, to be Reed Richards, like Dr. Fantastic. And people are saying, well, okay, well, Zac Efron is in that age range. He could play Johnny Storm. And I could see that. He's got the physique. He's definitely got the charm and wit about him. Because I'm thinking about like Neighbors movie, where he plays kind of like that suave neighbor, but he's also kind of got like that slickness, that attitude to him. Yeah. He could play Johnny Storm, the sister of what I'm guessing if Krasinski signs on to do the Fantastic Four movie, that Emily Blunt will come along too, which I want to see. God, I would love to see her in a superhero movie. I'm a huge Emily Blunt fan. All right, so this is up on Movie Web, and I'm sure it's on some other speculation sites as well. Gosh, you know what? I love the Marvel Universe. I've been a fan of Marvel since I started walking, so if the right character comes along and they want me to jump in, I would jump at the opportunity. Well, we'll manifest it. So he's calling there to the public, to the fans out there. We'll manifest it. We'll make this happen. And that's worked before. Hey, it worked for Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. We wanted that. They gave it to us. Because we're showing that there's things out there that we want to see. Some fans have come up with some concepts, so I'm not going to play some of these clips because it'll mess with my little browser here. But this broke the other day, so what do you guys think? Zac Efron as Johnny Storm. Who else would you like to see? Now, yesterday I said that I thought maybe Wolverine, but we'll have to see how that plays out. That's what he thinks about possibly being in the MCU. Let me know what you guys think, your little speculations in the comments below, and we will talk about it. I try my best to try to get to all the comments out there. I try to respond to everything. Karen Gillan in the MCU. What's this? Karen Gillan teases the end of Nebula as she raps. Oh, she's rapped now. Good. For Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And, well, hey, putting on this makeup, shaving her head every couple of years has got to be something kind of like, whew. Because she's got long, luxurious red hair. And I'm a huge Karen Gillan fan. I'll sit through even the atrocious movies like The Bubble that came out this year. All right. And that's a wrap on Nebula Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I don't know if Nebula will return beyond this. It's possible that this year, this is her final chapter. Okay. And if that's the case, then I just want to say thank you to James Gunn, giving me such an interesting and complex, fascinating character to play. I've enjoyed this exploration more than any other character that I played. Okay, so she really liked Nebula. That was one hell of a decade. Thanks for watching, Nebula. So she posted this on her Instagram. Oh, she's got 7.5 million followers. Oh, and it's just a glove. So she's got the glove there on her seat saying she's taking it off. It's done. Karen Gillan, do you think she's done? Of course, yeah, we got we got to deal with some fallout from Endgame. If you're not caught up to speed yet in the MCU. But she's done. And I'll always pay attention to Karen Gillan's stories. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Arglass says, Chris Evans played Johnny with humor and bravado. I can see Zac in that role and build upon that humor element. Yeah, and he can handle the humor. If you've seen Neighbors and Neighbors 2, where he does sort of a little bit of a shift in character and tone between those two movies as comedy, he can do it. Oddly enough, he was in another movie with Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller, a romantic comedy, so you would have had two Johnny Storms there. Interesting. Zac Efron, yeah. All right, guys, this is the last story on this page, but down in the comment section, in the description, we still have a few more stories that we're just rounding out the day with. This one came up on a couple sites, so we do have to talk about it, and this is speculation. Talking about speculation with Zac Efron. Johnny Cage has been casted or hasn't. The Miz. Now, we've seen that The Miz still hopes to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2, which has been greenlit. It's coming, guys. It's being written. And The Miz is a WWE star. Wants to play Johnny Cage. Okay, so he's apparently the reports coming out is that he's working out as if he's getting ready to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2, which will hopefully give us the actual tournament. Because the first one really didn't. Well, yeah, flat out it didn't. It wasn't about the Mortal Kombat tournament. It was more about the recruitment of, I don't even like to say his name, Cole Young. Cole Young. Yeah. Anyway, so he's still hoping to play that, and it's come up on a couple sites. So just let you know that The Miz here, there's a couple shots of him from Supernatural. So he does have some acting background. Can you see Johnny Cage in this guy? It really depends on how much they need Johnny Cage to be somewhat of the main character. He wears the shades well. If he can pull off the gravitas, like the weight of the role. Like Johnny Cage and Sonya, they should be the main characters, not this Cole Young. I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard to fathom what the hell they were thinking with that first film. Especially when they delivered such cool intros for Sub-Zero and Scorpion. But The Miz, Johnny Cage. Is this your Johnny Cage? The Miz says that he definitely would want that to be. He looks like he's one cool dude. Yeah, what do you think? Arglass says, I thought they'd cast somebody younger than The Miz. If he can do it at 41, then play fair. Is he 41? Is he 41? Let me see. Let me go over to that Google. Yeah, he's says there he's 41 years old. But you know what, 40s are the new 30s, right? Okay. Now, we do have some other big stories that did break today with the House of the Dragon trailer and such. And we're ramping up here. Tom Cruise apparently came in in a helicopter to the Top Gun Maverick premiere, which he flew himself. Hollywood Reporter, Tom Cruise just... yeah, so I don't know if I can play this clip. Okay, so there he is. He gets out of the helicopter, and I think he left the door open to show that there's nobody else in that helicopter. It's just him, because we saw the reports that Tom Cruise flew the planes himself in Top Gun for certain shots. Not all the shots, but for certain shots he was flying. He is a pilot, and that's how invested he gets into his roles. Tom Cruise, say what you will about his private life, I don't really care about that Scientology stuff, because he doesn't go to the set and say, hey, you guys need to sign up for this. He doesn't do that. He doesn't put it in your face. He just goes to his productions and he gets so involved in it. Vin Diesel needs to take a page out of Tom Cruise's playbook on how to do that. He gets so invested in it. He cares about it. He wants to make sure that these things come together. He does all the marketing for it. He's very involved with it. Very involved with it. And and I just think that's badass. That's badass. Flying your own helicopter down to the premiere, walking out like a true boss. Tom Cruise. Yeah. What else is left to say about that? Man, the dude's... yeah. He's an inspiration. Okay, guys. House of the Dragon trailer and character posters tease August premiere. Now, I did watch the trailer for this, and I debated if I should record it, but I'm going to be doing a series watch-along for this for sure. Like we're going to be doing series watch-alongs for House of the Dragon. We're going to be doing series watch-alongs for Lord of the Rings series, Obi-Wan at the end of this month. We're going to be doing a lot more. So now that Moon Knight's done, we're going to have to find things to do on Wednesdays. Yeah. I watched this trailer, and it definitely showed a lot more of Matt Smith. Let's go over and take a look at some of the screenshots from this, because they did go through and talk about the different houses. They established that the Baratheon and Targaryens are going to be there. I think I'm not sure if they said Starks or not, but maybe... No, there was another household that they mentioned. But it takes place centuries before the events of the Game of Thrones that we know. And it showed us some dragons, like the imagery looked good. But it did go into a bit of the politics of the throne and who's going to be in control. There was some shady dealings of... that the Targaryens are not happy about certain events within the politics of it all. Costuming looks great. There's an entry. Is that RZA fans? Cool. Yeah. Like the the production values look fantastic. And I was a fan of the final season. I was actually a big fan of the final season of the Game of Thrones. There's Matt Smith there playing a Targaryen, which I'm guessing is that... I thought the story would lead into the Mad King, and maybe it does towards the end. And I don't know how many seasons this is supposed to be, if it's supposed to be like a limited series, just like the way that Moon Knight was. We'll have to figure out more here as we go along. But I like the trailer. It's the second trailer. It definitely had that Game of Thrones vibe to it, that tone. And I think that's what people want, that tone. And it had like interesting music there towards the end where they were... it was like a throwback to the Game of Thrones theme. Okay, so HBO revealed some character posters that we'll take a look at here. HBO Max series will premiere August 21st and will run for 10 episodes. So House of the Dragon, 10 episodes. Now, it doesn't say that it's going to be a series, episode series, like 1 or 2 seasons. But you got Paddy Considine, Matt Smith, Olivia Cook, Emma Darcy as Princess Rhaena Targaryen. Rhaenyra. They said it in the trailer, I think. Oh, that is Riz fans. Okay, cool. Yeah, interesting cast. All right. So there's some character posters there. It's just the characters in front of the symbols of their households, I would imagine. That was a cool one of Matt Smith. How many of these are there? We're not going to go through all these. We can't. It's not allowed. Well, maybe it is. Who knows? What do you guys think about that? Are you looking forward to that? Arglass says in the live chat, Tom is the greatest example of professional actor. Exactly. The GOAT. Greatest of all time. Indeed. He's definitely one of my favorite actors. And he's like one of the last few movie stars that his name alone will make people go out and watch the movie. For sure. All right, guys, we're sitting at 40 minutes here. Let's go out, and I'm going to refresh the old Twitter page. That should round us out. Later on today, we're going to be watching Survivors, Episode 10. Watch along. 1:30 p.m. Eastern, guys. And if you're a fan of Survivor, I implore you to watch that. It's already listed up there on the channel. So let's just round out the day by taking a look at what's been going on in the old Twitter sphere in case we missed something or if something else is broken. Teaser trailer for The Summer I Turned Pretty features Taylor Swift's song This Love, Taylor's version. Okay. What's this? The trailer for David Cronenberg's. Okay, so there's a new trailer for Crimes of the Future tomorrow, and we'll be doing a trailer reaction for that for sure. That's that weird body horror movie where they cut themselves open and do weird experiments and twist their organs for entertainment. People come and see that stuff. Weird, man. Viggo Mortensen looks pretty cool in this. Léa Seydoux and Kirsten Stewart. I'm looking forward to that movie. Okay, so there's the trailer for Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. There's some character posters again that we saw. Oh, a new poster for Lightyear. We just talked about Lightyear this episode too. Yeah, June 17th. I like that poster. I like the colors of that neonish blue. Yeah. Good poster. There's that Matt Smith, Fire and Blood. I think that's good casting. And I hope Matt Smith gets on a nice roll here. Because Morbius... Morbius didn't do him any favors. I don't know if it was the dancing around stuff or what, but I'm rooting for Matt Smith. I want this. This will hopefully do better for him than... well, yeah, he had Doctor Who. I know that, but I mean, come on. Right? Like to build up some momentum. A new poster. Yeah, we've seen all these. Oh, talking about Kirsten Stewart for the Chanel Cruise 2023 collection. And that's somebody who takes a good photograph. Bill Skarsgård for Clark Press. Bill Skarsgård. He's going to be playing the Crow, right? That's going to be an interesting project. Martin Short and Steve Martin. Selena Gomez. You know what? She's a good actress too. She really is. Spring Breakers was a really got under the skin of some people because it's like young girls being taken advantage of to do these crimes. But she was good in it. And I haven't seen this series because Only Murders in the Building is called. It's on a streaming service that we don't have here. Amy Schumer plays a slightly unbearable version of herself. And okay, so she's going to be in season 2. Cara Delevingne and Selena Gomez. Talk about somebody who takes good photographs. All right, so they're really promoting that stuff. There's Kirsten Stewart again. Take a look at that. scan the headlines to see if there's any big news that I missed here. Top Gun Maverick premiere. Lewis Pullman. Is that Bill Pullman's son? I see a little bit of Pullman in, like, reminded me of that. Maybe it is. Huh. Monica Barbaro at Top Gun premiere. So they just, guys. Alright guys, it says that my OBS is having trouble connecting, so I think we're probably going to end it there. I don't know why my OBS is having trouble connecting, but we've rounded up for 45 minutes. There's Rachel McAdams, which I'm going to see in a few moments, for Doctor Strange. I'm going to be seeing Rachel McAdams and Doctor Strange. If there's any other news stories, guys, it's a 24 news hour cycle. We'll catch up with it tomorrow, unless a huge trailer drops. Then you'll see that. And watch us on Survivor coming up in 45 minutes. That's the way it's been for May the 5th. That's Cinco de Mayo for some people, right? Happy May the 5th, and I'll see you tomorrow on more movie news on Mirror Domains.